Hello folks, and welcome to the Dani Craft Workshop channel. I am Cheryl, and I am here to introduce you to Thrifty Thursday Dollar Tree Mixed Media Art Journal class. Long title, easy class, I swear. So, this is just a supplies list so that if you are interested in the classes, you can get prepared ahead of time. I'm going to go over the whole list and show you examples of what I chose and why, and we'll make this as quick as possible. First of all, you're going to need a book to do your art journaling in. I chose this one mostly because I like this size. Let's take a look at what size this is. So the pages are about 5 1/4 by 8 1/4. That's a pretty big page. If you do not want this much workspace, that's fine. Get a smaller book. If you feel like you want to just spread out and do big things, go ahead and get a bigger book. And the other thing to look for in a book is, do you like the font inside? Do you like the color of the pages? Do you like the feel of the pages? Anything like that. At the Dollar Tree, you're not really going to find that much variety, but I picked this one because I like these numbers with the smoky behinds, and I like the font used for the titles of the chapters. I may or may not use those at some point for something, but who knows. Anything that you can use for multi-purpose in mixed media is a lovely thing. So I chose this book, and that's going to be the base of all the art journaling we do in class. The next thing on our list is liquid glue, and I have 2 examples. I have the big bottle of white glue. You're going to want a rather large amount of white glue because we're going to be making our own gesso, and we're going to be making our own texture paste. So a big bottle of white glue. I got the clear one because I want to give it a try and see if I can get a rather clear or a more transparent gesso. I don't know if that'll work out, but if you join the classes, you will see the experiment also, but at least get this big bottle of white glue. Next on the list is glue sticks, and that is just what it sounds like. Plain old kids style, nothing fancy, plain old glue sticks. They come in a 4-pack at the Dollar Tree. Next is baby powder. Yep, you heard it right, baby powder, and there's the baby. This is going to be an ingredient in our texture paste. Next is white acrylic paint. So at the Dollar Tree, they have them in this tube, and I didn't think of this at the time, but honestly, you would do yourself a credit getting 2 of these. So I only have 1 to start the class with. But, you know, I will probably end up getting more. So if you want to start off with 2 right off the bat, that's probably a better idea. Next on the list is watercolors of choice. I was a little surprised at how many options for watercolor paints there were at Dollar Tree. But I saw this, and I decided I really wanted to give these little squeeze tubes a try. So I have... It's just going to be the black, white, and the 3 primary colors, and that's all you need to make every color in the whole rainbow. So that's good. Yeah, so that's all set there. So I chose this one, and you can choose any watercolor that suits your fancy. And again, I'm really surprised at the choices they have. So there's a thing missing on my list, and I'm going to stick it right here in between glue sticks and baby powder. A glass trivet. So as you can see, I have already used my glass trivet once. I actually have many of these, and I honestly can't get enough of them. They are a stupid handy thing to have in the art studio. So I have a stack of them, round ones and square ones. And I will probably get more. So get one of these, get yourself one of these, and I like the smooth side for mixing my paint on, so I'm going to pull off the little rubber feet. And we can just do that as we're sitting here talking. What's next? We need some paint brushes. That's kind of obvious. Again, I was a little surprised at how many choices they had at Dollar Tree. Ultimately, this is the one I chose because it has an angled brush, a round brush, and a flat brush. And I liked those three options. I honestly have quite enough paintbrushes to be getting on with, but when I did this and wanted to see what the whole class would entail and how much it would end up costing someone, I went with the assumption that somebody might want to join this class who has nothing. So you'll see coming up here also a few more things where you might already have these things and you don't have to go out and buy them special, but just in case somebody has nothing, I have listed everything. I said a stencil, so they have options depending on the size of your craft department at your Dollar Tree, I guess. But here is the one I chose. It's a stencil wheel, or in this case it's a square, and it's just got some little patterns. Some very, very simple patterns. Here's some, geometric shapes. Here's some circles and hoops and stuff, some dots and lines. What was the other one? Some kind of ovals, right? So I got that for my stencil. Let's set that aside too. And what's next on the list? A scissors or a box cutter. So I don't have my Dollar Tree scissors in here, but they have a small scissor a lot like this. They have some kids ones. They have a precision one in the craft department. And I would imagine they have full-size scissors as well, but I'm not really sure about that. Because I chose box cutter. Usually the ones at the Dollar Tree are the smaller, skinnier size of this, but I do have that. And get what's appropriate for your person. Like if you're an adult and you're doing this class with me, maybe this box cutter is going to be just fine for you. If you want to buy supplies for a child to do this class with me, make sure that you get them a child-safe scissors, or one that you're comfortable with your child using. Next thing on the list is some spray bottles. They come in a pack of 2. That's absolutely perfect. Masking tape. So when I was at my Dollar Tree, they were almost out of masking tape, and I could only get these crazy colors. This was the least crazy, a navy blue. If you can, this is going to be better. Obviously, this is not from the Dollar Tree. This is from one of those big box home goods stores. We won't talk about names, but just the white or cream color masking tape is really going to be best. But this is what they had at my Dollar Tree, so that's what I got. And it's going to end up just fine. Just a few things left. Permanent markers. Again, if you're buying supplies for a child and you're not comfortable with them using permanent markers, this is to label the supplies that we make. So if you're the adult in the room, they don't necessarily need the permanent markers for the art. So you can put the labels on their stuff if you wish. Then the last bit of stuff before focal point anyway is all in kind of a group. Here, I'll pull it all out in one. I have this plastic little water tub, dishwashing tub, 2 plastic bowls, plastic spoons, or not plastic spoons, I mean a pack of 2 spoons, and some little storage containers. Those are all in a row on here. This is for keeping a shallow amount of water in for our cleanup and for our ongoing art. That will be explained during the class. The bowls are for mixing up the gesso and the texture paste in, and the storage is for storing those things. The spoon is for mixing it up. So obviously if you have spoons that you don't mind using for crafts, you don't need to buy extra bowls. If you already have a dish tub, you don't need to buy an extra dish tub. If you don't mind using your kitchen spoons or any, spoons you have laying around, or if you have popsicle sticks, that kind of thing, that are for crafts, all of those things will work instead of buying special spoons. But again, I made the assumption that somebody might want a complete set that is only for this art class. So I purchased everything, assuming that somebody might have nothing. The last thing on the list is a focal point. And I'll show you some examples. You do not need all of these. These are only ideas, and you only need one. And you don't need to buy any of them. If you have a magazine or your own stickers or anything, all of those work for a focal point. So I really liked these little blue and green and white puffy sticker squares. They have a lot of these, a variety of wooden cutouts, bits and pieces. They have a lot more puffy stickers. There's some planters and some hardware bits and bobs, right up my alley because I like medieval stuff. They have some of these, so I got a couple of mandala stickers with feathers. I don't know if or when I'll use those. They have these rub-on transfers. I'm kind of interested to see how these will work out. So they're just gold butterflies, as you can see, and some little flowers. But what I'm wondering is if we do an art page that has a very colorful background, will these guys show up on it? And they might, and that might look super cool. They have these. These are for decorating your walls with. But they can certainly be used in a book for art. And then this one was just weird. It has like rocks and plants and I don't know, just weird pieces. And I'm not sure that can be used. But honestly, you could probably... Oh, here's another thing they have. They have napkins. Sometimes they have very nice, very pretty napkins. These were bought at a Dollar Tree quite a long time ago. So I just had those to show. But here's kind of the best thing I found for focal points is cards, because I like sentiments on my pages, and I really liked this "Be happy, dream, do good stuff" sentence. I liked this border down here. I thought maybe I could use that somewhere. I kind of liked this cat in a wheelbarrow and this little potted plant down here. So I ended up getting a handful of greeting cards that had some pictures and some colors and some words, all that I liked and that I thought I could use one way or another. And the biggest plus, I think, with the cards is that you can get a matching envelope. So you have more paper and more collage fodder for your art journaling. So that is it. That is the whole list of supplies, and there it is in writing. I hope to see you in class. Thank you.